What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. It's Haynesy coming back for another video, and today we are here for our round 5 tips of the 2024 NRL Telstra Premiership season. Now, last week we did take on RF Flaxy in our round 4 tips. He did beat us on Thursday night. However, Haynesy won the round 10 points to 8. It was a brilliant comeback with getting all 3 points on the final game of the round. Thank you, West Tigers, for that one. But we are in a commanding position over our tipping guests this year. But we'd like to thank RF Flaxy for coming on. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you're new around here, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, follow me on TikTok and Instagram at Haynesy_YT. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoy. Without further ado, let's get straight into our prediction. The first game on Thursday night, it is the Melbourne Storm taking on the Brisbane Broncos at Amy Park in Melbourne. Melbourne coming off the bye. The Broncos commanding win over their rivals, the North Queensland Cowboys. Adam Reynolds kicked the Cowboys to death. Munster is a potential return. Hughes is definitely back from his suspension. Melbourne have a good record against the Broncos in Melbourne, so I'm leaning that way. Melbourne 1-12, anytime try scorer. I'm going to go Ryan Papenhuyzen.
Storm Broncos should be an absolute cracker. Thursday night footy. Cameron Munster returns, and I'm going the Storm 1-12 to beat last year's grand finalists. I think Storm win 1-12, and I think Ryan Papenhuyzen is flying in form at the moment. I think he scores a try.
First game on Friday night, it is the Canterbury Bankstown Bulldogs taking on my boys, the Sydney Roosters, at a Core Stadium in Sydney. Look, worst time slot. Friday, 6 o'clock at a Core Stadium. Could not get any worse. But I'm going to be there regardless. The Bulldogs are coming into this game. They played well against the Rabbitohs, but they just fell short. There was a few controversial calls. Well, the Roosters will fire against our best against the Panthers. However, still looked to score really respectable. I think it was 22-16 in the end, and we had some controversial calls go against us. We're in better form with a better team on paper. I still have to back my boys in regardless. Chook's 13 plus. Anytime try scorer. I'm going to go with Suoli'i. Anytime try scorer. Let's send it over to Mr. Neville.
Friday night footy, my doggies up against Haynesy's Roosters. As you can see, I'm rocking the 2004 Premiership shirt. Just got to remind Haynesy of what happened back in 04 and what's going to happen this Friday. I think the Bulldogs win 1-12. I'm going to give an exact score prediction. It's going to be 16-13. Nah, jokes. I think Dogs win 1-12 though, and I think Blake Wilson, he's back replacing the injured Josh Adokar. I think Blake Wilson scores a try.
Second game on Friday night is the Newcastle Knights taking on the St. George Illawarra Dragons at McDonald Jones Stadium in Newcastle. Newcastle went down to the Warriors, and they were just RTS masterclass there. Well, the Dragons, well, what a win they had against the Manly Seagulls and in the Gong. Can they back that up though? I reckon they can. I really think they can. However, though, Zach Lomax has confirmed that he's departing the club, and that might rattle them a little bit. Hastings is in for Gamble alongside Cogger. Look, I expect Newcastle to win at home. If they don't win at home, there's some real problems at the moment. I am going to tip Newcastle at home 1-12 anytime try scorer Callum Ponga.
Knights, Dragons. I think Knights win 1-12. I'm testing out a little theory in this game. I'm not going to say what the theory is, but I am testing out a theory. And so I'm on Knights to beat the Dragons. I'm going to go 1-12. And I think that Pradman Best crosses for a try.
First game on Super Saturday. It is the South Sydney Rabbitohs taking on the New Zealand Warriors at a Core Stadium in Sydney. South Sydney finally got their first win of the season. I'll give them that. However, they weren't convincing at all. There were some calls that went their way in that game that helped them. But look, you got to play who up against. They got their first win, so hopefully for their sake they're better for it. Hopefully not. But look, it was a good win for them. They needed it, so hopefully that kickstarts their season. Anyway. For the Warriors, great win against the Newcastle Knights. They weren't convincing, but RTS was great. I still think the Warriors are playing better than the Rabbitohs, so I am going to tip them 13 plus. And I am going Dallin Warren is the lesson out anytime try scorer.
Rabbitohs, Warriors, Rabbits, they suck. Me and Haynesy both know how much they suck. And the Warriors, they're starting to find their form. I think the Warriors win this one. I'm going to go 1-12 just because it is in Sydney. and I think that Dallin Watene-Lesniak scores a try.
Game on Super Saturday, it is the Manly Seagulls taking on the Penrith Panthers at 4 Points Park in Brookvale. Manly lost their last two. They have not been good at all in the last two games, while the Penrith Panthers, well, without Nathan Cleary, they still beat the Roosters. Controversial fashion though, but no, they were too good last week against us, but they're still the benchmark for a reason. And, you know, I can't see them slowing down anytime soon, so I'm going Penrith 13+. Big win here, and Taruva anytime try scorer because he scored a hat-trick last week.
Manly Panthers, obviously Manly, couple of bad losses back-to-back weeks. The Panthers without Cleary looked sensational against the Sydney Roosters. I think Panthers win this one. I'm going to go Panthers 13+. I think Panthers can run away with this. And the right winger, Taruva, he's in fine form. I'm going to go him to score a try.
Game on Saturday sees the Dolphins taking on the West Tigers at Suncorp Stadium in Brisbane. Both teams playing well. Who would have thought? Who would have thought Dolphins, after their round 1 flogging at top of the ladder come round 5? Extraordinary. Great win for their sake. The Dolphins had a good win over the weekend, while the Tigers, another great win. They once again beat the Eels on Easter Monday by a point. Great win for the Tigers. They're really starting to play well. Vanu is debuting at 6, I'm pretty sure, as Lockie Galvin is suspended for 2 weeks. I don't think there's going to be any mismatch there at all. Both teams are playing well. I'm still going to tip the Tigers 1-12. I think they're playing really good footy and their grit and determination. And I just feel like they have a good record at Suncorp, where they do turn up to play at Suncorp. And yeah, I think they will turn up and they'll win. I'll go Tigers 1-12 anytime try scorer. Let's go with... We'll go with Charlie Staines anytime try scorer.
Dolphins, Tigers, two informed teams. Weirdly, Dolphins at the top of the ladder. Tigers somehow in the top 8. I think Dolphins win in a tight one. The Tigers do look pretty good. Obviously, Lockie Galvin now out. I think Dolphins are going to win. And I'm going my boy Jakey Averillo to score a try. And I'm going the Dolphins to win 1-12.
It is the North Queensland Cowboys taking on the Gold Coast Titans at Queensland Country Bank Stadium in Townsville. Both teams were disappointing last weekend. The Cowboys were just kicked to death by Adam Reynolds. I think that all 5 of their backs dropped the ball 15 times. You know, they're just unexcusable for that. Gold Coast Titans, they led 10-0, then they just faded away, and they got absolutely pumped by the Dolphins. So it's a bit of a rough spot for the Titans. I think the Cowboys are in a better position. I think Cowboys 13+ easily. Cole Felt finally breaks the record. Most tries for the North Queensland Cowboys. He scores anytime try scorer.
Cowboys Titans, another 4X derby, battle of the Queensland teams this week. It's hard not to tip the Cowboys, isn't it? The Titans, they're not playing very good footy at the moment. The Cowboys were flying before last week when they lost to the Broncos, but I think the Cowboys bounce back. I think the Cowboys win 13+, and I think Scotty Drinkwater, he had a rough game last week. I think he bounces back and scores a try.
The Sunday kicks off at GIO Stadium in Canberra. It is the Canberra Raiders taking on the Parramatta Eels. Canberra, well, both teams were disappointing, you got to say. And, you know, Canberra up 18-0 against the Sharks and lost comfortably in the end, which is it's basically unexcusable. Well, Para, you can lean towards that, you know, they had no Moses, but look, they still had every chance to beat the Tigers. You know, they dominated the first 40 minutes. They had 14-6 and a man in the bin, but the Tigers showed their class, so they were disappointing, the Parramatta Eels. So, in leading to this game, this is a flip of the coin, but I would probably go Canberra at home. You know, they've had a good record at home this year, so yeah, I'll go to Raiders 1-12. Anytime try scorer, I'd probably have to go with Jordan Rapiner.
Raiders, Eels to finish the round. The Eels, they looked dreadful against the Tigers without Mitch Moses. The Raiders have just been grinding teams, and I think they're going to pull the Eels into a grind down in the nation's capital. I don't think the Eels can win this one. I'm going to go Raiders to win 1-12. And as a try scorer, Xavier Savage, the left winger, he's been in fine form this season. Give me him anytime.
That concludes our round 5 tips for the 2024 NRL Telstra Premiership season. I'd like to thank Winston Neville for coming on. I'll see you Friday, Winston, you loser. But I'd like to thank Winston for coming on. Great mate of mine. Make sure you guys give him a follow, like, and subscribe on his YouTube and TikTok and all that kind of stuff. Thank you very much for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you're new around here, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, follow me on TikTok and Instagram at Haynesy_IT. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you guys enjoy. Good luck on your round of tipping this weekend, and good luck to your teams that are playing, except Winston, because stuff the Bulldogs. Thank you so much for watching. I'll see you guys out there on Friday night. Bulldogs, Roosters at the Call Stadium. Thanks for watching, and goodbye for now.